Kilo Foxtrot 4, Whiskey Mike Bravo.
Roger, and what's the name there, please?
Jim, same as yours, January India Mike.
Roger, Jim, and whereabouts are you, sir?
Louisa, Virginia.
All righty, sounding good here. Tell me about your antenna for about 10 seconds. Let me hear your audio.
The antenna is it's an end-fed antenna. It's pretty good on, it tunes pretty flat on the tuner through the radio, all the way up to 75 meters, and I use the manual tuner to take care of it there, KF4WMB.
Roger, Jim. Okay, just listening to your radio, your dynamic range is fairly broad, which means that you're not running much processing. So what you might be interested in is fattening up that audio just a little bit, but really more importantly is trying to define your audio. It needs some top-end EQ to become a little more edgy or articulated, so the words are very easy to understand. Roger?
Roger that. I'll give you one more notch on the compression. Is OCS over?
What we recommend is about a 3 out of 10. Run the compressor at about a 3 out of 10, Roger.
I was on a 2, now I'm on a 3, over.
Yes, sir, that's good. Now, do you know where your EQ is?
I can go to the different settings on the tone, treble, and bass. Yes, I can find it.
Yes, that's where we need to go. And tell me what those readings are when you get there, Roger.
The transmit the bass is on 0, the treble is on +1.
Okay, I would take that treble and take it up to a 4. I would just put that top-end EQ up to about a 4, Roger.
Roger, this is a +4 on the treble, KF4WMB.
All right, I would back off 2 on the bass. Roger.
There's -2 on the bass, over.
All right, now do you know how to go to your ALC meter?
Yes, I do. I got to back out of this. KC9VKV, KF4WMB.
All right, sir. Put your meter in ALC mode, and then with your other hand on the mic gain, and adjust the mic gain until your ALC meter is reading mid-scale to 2/3. Roger.
Turn back the mic gain to get that.
Well, whichever way you need to go to make the ALC reading mid-scale to 2/3.
That's the same there, just turn the mic gain back, and when I change the ALC up, it's not all the way up to the end, but it's pretty close, over.
Roger, now let's see, so you are mid-scale at least, Roger?
No, the ALC is almost to the end of the scale, over.
You're running in excess of mid-scale. You're running towards. You're not into the red, right?
I'm over halfway on the ALC. It's there's no numbers on it. I'm just looking at the graph, and it's running 3/4, something like that, over.
Roger. Okay, tell me, concentrate on how you're working the microphone. Work the microphone like you normally would, and tell me in 10 or 15 seconds about your antenna system.
I'm working the microphone. It's on a boom, and it's 4 inches on an outlet now. It's a high ICM microphone. The antenna is the end. So I guess the top end is up maybe 60 feet from the bottom. Yeah, the tower is about 20 feet from the ground.
Roger. And what was the when last we left your top NDQ? What was it?
I think the treble turned down to, you had me down to a +2. I have to go back to the settings.
All right, let's go back to the top NDQ and take that up, one more at least. Yeah, let's just do one more top NDQ boost. I'm currently receiving you at somewhere around 3 dB above my local Louisville noise level, and if we got a little bit better signal, I could tell more precisely what your dynamic range is. I can only read your dynamic range down to my noise level. So right now I'm seeing a 3, but it may be lower. If we get a better signal, I'll be able to tell you more. Roger.
Okay, Jim. Maybe next time I'll turn the amp on. I'm not running the amp. I'm just using 100 watt right now.
Oh man, if you got an amp, turn it on. Turn it on. I'm trying to read your signal in Braille. I mean, why wouldn't you not turn the amp on?
Well, I didn't figure your signal's so good. I didn't figure it'd be a need for it. Anyway, go ahead and pick up some other people. Is the audio decent now? It'll take me a while to tune it up, over.
Oh, gosh, let me give you an idea. This is 1,000 watts. This is 100 watts, okay? So your signal is somewhere down here, and I'm looking for your signal to be up here somewhere so I can really hear you very cleanly. Roger, Roger?
I understand. I thought conditions were better, over.
Yeah, now I would, for me, you know, I don't see, this is not a good band at the moment condition-wise, so I would automatically be running my power amp. There's no reason not to. I mean, you know, you want to, for people to be able to understand what you're saying, and just because they're cool to you doesn't mean it's coming the other way around. So, if the band is not in good shape, 100 watts is not a good power rating to run because it, the thing is at 300 to 400 miles, 100 watts is going to be coming in at maybe 3 dB above somebody's noise level, just like you were to me, Roger.
Okay, Jim. Okay, thanks for the try there. Appreciate it. And go ahead and catch somebody else. And maybe next time I'll have the amp tuned up and turned on and see if I catch you in here again. Thanks again, KC9VKV KF4WMB.
Roger, Jim, we got pretty good conditions right now. You were at least 7 dB above my noise level right there. So quickly, what was the top NDQ the last time you left?
Anyway, it's about not quite 3/4 over.
Equalization, you were 3 clicks boost on top treble EQ, Roger?
Yes, correct.
All right, and you're running 3 out of 10 on the compressor?
I am.
And just for kicks, what's your mic gain number?
I turned it down to 60, over 60%.
Roger, yeah, that's what. And your ALC then at 60 on your microphone level, your ALC is running where?
ALC is I'm running. It's 3/4 on scale, over.
Roger, okay, exactly where you want to be, sir. All right, well, if you get a chance, if you get it tuned up, it shouldn't take you, I'll tell you what, tuning up an amp now is really simple. You make sure you're on the right band. I start my load in the center. Arbitrarily start the load in the center, and I start my plate tune exactly on the number, whatever it is, you know. And then the first thing I do when I key, I usually try to key in AM for 25 watts, and that gets you ballpark. And the first thing I do is grab that plate tune capacitor and go for resonance there, which is max smoke as far as RF. And then I go to the load and try to increase that RF. And then when I get ballpark there, then I go to 100, well, whatever drive power that you want there, whether it's 40 watts or whatever, and then you know, back and forth. But it should only take maybe 60 seconds, Roger.
Yeah, I would have to tune. I'd have to go through the manual tuner and go from there. Right now it's tuned for 75, and the amp is tuned for 75 on a net that I check into every day. So I'd have to get back with you over. I'm familiar how to tune.
Yeah, Roger. All right, sir, thank you very much, and I think we got you going there. Again, address your microphone systematically the same every time, because that will mean that your audio modulation is repetitive from one transmission to the next. It is the same, and that's what you're looking for, Roger. Roger, Jim 3Z. Sir, have a good afternoon and a great weekend. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network show, whatever. If you've got a radio, you want to check out the audio, we are recording now live till 5. This is KC9VKV.